Hello and welcome, my name is Ahura and this is my Let's Play series of Europa Universalis 4 where we're playing as England. Now in the last episode we went to war with the Mayans and took over this territory. And then we decided to see if we could get some money, more money out of the Caribbean trading zone that we were getting out of the Bordeaux trading zone. And what I didn't get to explain last time is some sort of kind of. Let me see if I can say this. A big part of the reason why I think we can get more out of this, more than just the actual size of it, is that the way we'll gain the money here is by sending it up here, where we'll get 20% for sending it up here. Then we'll be sending it up here along this route, gaining 20% more. And then up here, we're going to be sending it down to London, gaining 20% more. So even if we don't send as much trade on, just the modifiers might be able to help us quite a bit. So that was kind of the part of the reasoning that I didn't really get to explain. So anyway, we need a new military advisor. Could either get morale or cheaper technology, but since we're already so far ahead in technology, I'm just gonna get some extra morale. Morale is always nice. There was also a force limit guy, but as I've already explained, I don't like basing my force limit on advisors, because they will die at some point. But we just started coring these provinces, so I'm gonna try to keep the peace until they are cored, so we won't suffer too much overextension. And then we will either go to war against the Mali to kind of take all of their money, or we'll go to war against the creek up here just to connect our territory. But I can see we're losing money. Why are we losing that much money? Are we reinforcing some soldiers, or? Oh, we just lost all the trade over from Bordeaux. That, of course, it. We're just waiting for these trading ships to get down and start affecting trade down here. And then let's see, we're sending 11.16 up here. So already we are making more money than we were before, which means we are sending even more up to the North Sea, which means we are sending even more down to London. So we should be gaining more income. Should be being the main thing. If we are not, it will probably be because somewhere along the way we have lost some. Yeah. It seems they have finally realized that this node is worth a lot of money, and a lot of people are starting sending money the other way. So we should probably split off our trade fleet and kind of concentrate a bit more on the North Sea. So I think I'm gonna split this in half, and the half I don't have here, I'm gonna send to the North Sea. And we should probably also be building some trading buildings here up in the North Sea provinces that we own, just to make sure that we'll dominate that trade. So, because that is a very important link for getting our money back from the Americas. Let's build some marketplace. Oh, they are already building, so we'll have to wait. At least we are still getting some income again. It was probably the Caribbean trade that started kicking in. We are collecting all of it down here, 32.7. So right now we are gaining a little less income than we are used to, but I think that this change It's also pretty recent that they've started competing that much over here. So I think that once we send our fleet up here, yeah, you can see we just took a huge extra bite of this money. And we're now putting in 45 here, so now we are back up on the level of profit that we were before. And now it's just about building some more trade ships, filling up our naval force limit with trade ships, and building some trade buildings up here, and we'll kind of take control of this territory again. And let's combine the trading ships we have up here, so they... I think I'm gonna combine them, and then since they are taking attrition damage a lot of the time, I'm gonna split them into 2 groups, so at least one of them will be hopefully one of them will be out at any given time, so we don't lose too much trade power. How are we doing on all these buildings? I think we are done. So let's see if we can build some marketplaces up here. Build marketplace. Let's build in all of these territories in the North Sea. I think they go down here. If I'm not mistaken, yes. I will gain some extra trade power up in this node by using that. I think it's 2 extra trade power. 1 extra trade power, and then we'll go on to building trade depots, canals, and road networks, and just really get some extra provincial trade power. And that will of course also be modified by our mercantilism. So any trade power we make here in these provinces will gain a 42% modifier on top of what we build. Maybe we should look at who we are competing with here and kind of make sure they stop. So the biggest competitor is Norway. I don't want to use diplomatic. I don't want to change one of my rivals just to change the trade up here. We're gonna do it with ships, and gonna have to do it with ships and buildings. And we are actually having a quite nice trade power here just from these ships. So even though we only have 1 territory in this whole trade zone, we still have quite a nice income from here. So that's really great. And our manpower is really starting to look good. Let's look at the ledger, how we are comparing to some of the other countries. Military manpower. So we have the greatest manpower in the world. Of course, some of these nations might have depleted some of their main manpower, but this, even if we are still below them at full manpower, this means that we can compete much more in wars, just because we can outlast them. And I want to get it up even higher, so we can consistently maintain a high manpower at all times. And as I've spoken about in some other videos, there is a... Once you get under 25% manpower, there's a lot of bad events that can spawn. So you also wanna, since you have such high manpower, getting it below 25% will be even easier. And kind of wanna increase it even more, just so you will never get below that 25%. So for example, right now we have 74,000 men. So if we lost all of them, not necessarily in one war, but during the course of a long war, we might easily lose all of those men. Then we will have a big problem. It will take a long time for all of them to kind of spawn back. So we'll guess what I'm saying is you can never have enough manpower, and that's just one of those constant truths. Printing press gives benefits. Since the invention of the printing press, more and more books about an even ever wider range of subjects have been published. We can now see the benefit of this since knowledge spreads faster and more ideas are appearing among the philosophers and natural scientists. Good news! Monarch pawns are always welcome. Oh, I can't believe I didn't see that. Now that core process has to start all over again. Oh, no, it actually finished. So they were just mad about the religion, but I do have to start that over again also. I should probably look into improving the fort once I get this province back. I'm just gonna assault this. And let's improve the fort. No, I actually want this. It should only take 7 months, and then most of the reward risk should be gone. And if not, I'm gonna use harsh treatment. And I'm gonna keep these, even though I have a reward. No, I don't want them to take that province. Then I'll lose that core as well. I don't want that. Oh, I hate rebels. How are we doing on our... So all we need now is higher legitimacy and getting rid of this overextension, and then we'll be golden on the reward risk, hopefully. And we can't get him. We'll probably have to wait until that religious seal goes away in 25 years. Unless we gain some kind of event that can give some extra. Or maybe we could hire a... I know there is a guy that gives extra missionary strength. Maybe we should just get this guy. I do want to get the inflation down first though, so... Oh, all these conflicting problems that you want to solve. I know I haven't been playing with this this up for that much, but it's really nice to have this kind of scroll bar, just so if you kind of click off an event, you can go and find it here, and kind of in your downtime you can just keep an eye on this, and a lot of nice information will be shown down here. Oh, I was just about to miss that. So Cologne is calling us into war against a whole lot of people. I just want to get an overview of this. Maybe I can see this little proposal. So they're calling us into war against all of these people. We'll just accept. We could probably forget about getting military access here. So I'm gonna have to sail my fleet home. But that's alright. Hopefully we won't get... I'm just gonna waste some military power here to get rid of some of that reward risk. And a lot of the rest will go away once